Greetings all, and welcome back to Globbits Gaming Channel. We've got a Bert replay. Yay! Alright, couple of reasons why I wanted to show this. First reason, it's Bert, and we all love Bert. Bert is, for those of you who don't know who he is the FV304. It's the British Tier 6, they say artillery piece, SPD or self-propelled gun, but it's not really, it's one of those tanks in the game that, to be perfectly honest, if you don't understand what Bert is, grind your way to him. You know, he's a unique tank. He does lots of different roles. He can scout, he can do light tank role, he can do tank destroyer role, he can be an artillery piece. He's a bit of a jack of all trades. He's not very good as a heavy tank though, we'll give him his due. He's not very good as a heavy tank. One thing I'd like to mention about Bert is I have no recollection or no sort of inclination as to how they managed to squeeze 5 fully grown men into that tank. No idea. Would not want to be FV304 crew. So, Slaughter J then. He's part of my lot. He's a Globs member. Okay, and he has got distinctively better stats than I have. He plays an absolute blinding game in Bert on this one. He's equipped with a camouflage net. I assume rammer and aiming drive. That would be what I would use. Basically, the first tank he sees is the usual cresting the hill scout. It's a Lux or a Luchus, whatever you want to call it, and he takes a pot shot at it. Now, this is the thing about Bert, you can do this. You know, he has a 10-second-ish reload depending on crew setup, crew skill. Very short range though. If you notice the red circle on the mini-map, I'll just enlarge the mini-map for you. Blue circle is Bert's view range, actual view range. The orange circle is, I believe, the maximum possible view range. Alright, and the red circle is his weapon's maximum range. Okay, so the red circle is his maximum range. Most NSPGs at the higher levels, even at the lower levels as well, some of them can actually reach way over 1 kilometre. So they don't struggle with most of the mappage. And Bert only fires high explosive ammunition. It only has, let me just double check. Okay, it only has 57mm of penetration and 450 damage. So when you shoot into the side of KV1s, you're not, unless you hit something vital, going to do a great deal of damage. Basically, the replay, I'm just going to let the replay play on while I talk over it. I'm not going to talk about the tactical decisions. He basically sits in this spot and shoots the living crap out of everything that goes into the cap circle for the first half of the game. It's the second half where the reason I want to show you the replay comes in. I've had some suggestions on what to do. I'm nearly at 1,000 subs, but what seems to be happening is, I don't know why, but people seem to be leaving as well as joining at the same time, so it's hovered around 990 for a long period of time. Now, I think this is due to change. I think this is due to the fact I'm doing things like Dawn of War, War Thunder. People have expressed displeasure in the fact that I'm moving away from World of Tanks, and maybe that I'm not doing my own stuff. You know, I'm not showing a lot of my own replays, basically because I have been having some of the worst games in my existence. I don't know why. I don't think I'm playing World of Tanks enough, and I've sort of, hate to be corny, but sort of lost my edge with the game. My patience is wearing thin with the game. It's one of those things. I think I've played too much World of Tanks. Did have a break, a Jingles-esque break for a while. And I think my skill levels pretty much dropped through the floor, which has been represented in my stats. I mean, my stats have gone down. I used to be in the 1700s. I'm now just above 16, but hey ho. I don't know why, but anyway, boring story short, I've had an idea. I'm going to do a video. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a video on how to make YouTube videos. It was suggested in email by a chap called Ben, which I think is a fantastic idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, my loyal YouTube subscribers and my loyal video watchers, actually how I make my YouTube videos. Not going to give you an in-depth how to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you ideas like how to set up your recording software, how to do what I do, and basically just as a bit of a treat for you. And also what I'm going to do, we're going to run some sort of competition. I haven't decided what it is yet. It may be all in M3 Lees shooting each other with only HE ammunition. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe all in Panzer 1Cs. I have no idea. We'll figure something out. We'll have a little bit of a competition, a bit of a fun competition, and the prize, TBA. I've sort of wanted like do a TOG as a prize.
maybe do similar to what Jingles did with some of his lads. Basically in War Thunder, he got them all in biplanes and shot them down in a jet plane. So I'm probably going to use something quite quick and hunt you all in T1 Cunninghams or something suitable. We'll see. I want to do something special for the 1,000 subscriber. There will be a cash, not cash, but a gold, real money prize in that, because the channel is making me money now. What else? I will be doing more Dawn of War stuff. We're nearly at the end of the campaign. I've got a bit of an inkling that we're not far off the end of that. We're up to episode, at the time of recording this video, up to episode 17. Just bear in mind, that's 2 KV-1s that he's destroyed in this match so far. 2 big, heavy, top-tier heavy tanks. He's doing quite well. Bert's one of those tanks that really doesn't like heavily armoured vehicles like KV-1s. Yeah. When I've done the first expansion of Dawn of War, the vanilla, if you like, I will be giving it a rest for a while, and I will look at going on to another series. I've got a couple of series in mind. I've got a choice between Wasteland 2 and possibly Tropico, maybe Tropico 5. I may go into something a little bit more retro, but the feeling I'm getting from Dawn of War 2 is the game's been out for so long that it's not the kind of thing people want to see on videos. But I have had a few things of feedback from people saying that they like it because they can't be asked to play the games themselves, so they quite like the fact that I'm doing it. And I'm getting a good ribbon off the guys as well when I come in. Oh, I suppose you're supposed to turn telling you making the commander a tank and you're using him like a jump pack guy. Well, you know, I like all that. It's all good. Variety and all that kind of good stuff. As for War Thunder, well, my premium account on War Thunder's run out. And I'm getting to the level in my tanks now where you struggle to run a profit. I will be putting some more premium time on there soon. Thing is, War Thunder Ground Forces tanks is, for me, if you play in a team or a squadron of 5 or 6 players, it's absolutely amazing. Play on your own, you've got big problems because of the amount of, like, you need to be able to mob up, but this is a good shot. Again, Bert can do tank destroyer job too. Now, just to put this into perspective then, moving back from what was my rhetoric, if you like, we've got 2 on 2 now. We've got artillery and a tank destroyer on each side. SU-85 has gone off to the last known location. The other SU-85, we know he's in the cap circle area. Unfortunately, he's going to come to a sticky end. And this is where Slaughter J tends to come into his own. This is where you notice a better player. SU-85 gets taken out. Now, he's thinking tactically now. In the late stages like this, the game becomes a lot more tactical. Takes a pot shot there. He's put plenty of distance between him and the enemy tank. And there's also vegetation between him and the enemy tank. So he's reasonably safe as regards to view range. This is the thing in the late game. You know, positioning and not being spotted is absolutely critical. At this point, he's basically looking for that enemy SUA. He wants to kill him in order for him to be able to use this area of bushes. If he fires here and the SU-8's behind him, even if he can't see him, the SU-8 will spot him. But he knows the SU-8's not here. So he's basically just waiting for the SU-85 to make a mistake, and there you have it. Now there's 2 sets of bushes between him and the SU-85, which is great because he doesn't get spotted when he fires. Now, I don't know what the SU-85 is thinking here, but you're getting shot at by artillery, pal. Never mind. Blam. See ya. So, last 101 v artillery. Now, this is where Bert has all the advantages. Bert's got the speed, he's so small, he's got a faster reload. The SU-8 has to pick his shot. If the SU-8 fires and misses, the SU-8's dead. Now, this is where the level of knowledge of his tank. He knows at this point here, okay, he can't hit him due to that rock. He's aware that the SU-8 has a lower arc of fire. Now, Bert fires on a lot higher arc. He lobs his shell a lot further into the air. So what he does, he just backs up a little bit so he can see him. Brilliant. And he puts a shot into him. He can afford to fire because he knows he's only got a 10-second reload. He's going to reload by the time the SU-8 moves again. Now, he has a bit of a peek, a bit of a look-see, see what's going on. And the SU-8, pretty much for me, has done the only thing he can do. Tries to rush him. Unfortunately, it won't work against Bert. GG. Let's look at the post-game stats. Now, the post-game stats will tell you the exact reason why I wanted to show you this replay. There we have it then. Only viable for a Class 1 Mastery Badge. You have to do something
absolutely spectacular in Bert to get a mastery badge. I still haven't got it yet, and if Slaughter hasn't got it, I'm not likely to get it anytime soon. Anyway, the reason, apart from the fact that it's Bert and it gave me a lot of chance to gab on about stuff throughout the replay, one of the reasons I want to show you is for this reason. The Starks medal. It's one of the new medals they brought in one of the latest patches that basically they're artillery based. Okay, you have to be in an SPG to destroy at least 2 enemy vehicles. Well, he did that. He killed 6 enemies. And receive at least 2 hits that cause damage or are blocked by armor. And you have to survive. Now, this is quite rare. I would hasten to add that this is quite difficult to get because you have to get shot at. In the higher tier artillery, maybe not, but you have to lose 2/3 of your hit points and get hit twice. Now, at higher tiers, that's going to be difficult because things are shooting at you usually have quite a high alpha. And even the top tier artillery, the GWE 100, the GWE 100 artillery, that only has 500 health. Now, getting hit twice in a high tier game, well, you're going to pretty much die. He was quite lucky on this one. He's lost 2/3 of his health, and he did killed 2 enemy vehicles and survived. So not only did he get that, he also got a bloody top gun in Bert, which is a feat in itself. On the team score side, his base experience level, okay, it was 972. Okay, which is quite high for artillery. He did a lot more than anyone on his team. 1300 damage, fantastic. Shout out to the SU-85 and the T-49. They're the only 2 people in the team that really did anything. So these 3 between them, yeah, did their work. It was all good. He made 25,000 credits on Bert as well. That's very rare to make that kind of money. I personally use pudding and tea on Bert, so I very rarely make money in mine. Bert's my pimp tank. So there you have it, guys. A Starks medal. I need suggestions for the bits and pieces. Well, that went wrong, didn't it? I need suggestions for my 1,000 subscriber competition. What do you guys want to do? If you don't answer in the comments, then basically I will just go with what I know. I'll open it up to the clan. I'll also open it up to anyone who subscribes to my channel. So if you want to take part in the competition that's upcoming soon, you have to push that subscribe button. All right. And take care of yourselves, guys, and I hope to see you on the 1,000 subscriber mark. Bye now.